Welcome to the FIFA World Cup fan special right here, and we are here to do the preview of what transpired between Ghana and South Korea. We already knew that game was going to be tough, owing to the fact that Ghana in the first game lost to Portugal, and of course South Korea were able to pull a draw against Uruguay, and we saw a very two contested side that were going down to the wire to make a difference. But we could see actually at the end of the day, Ghana came out tops and they really celebrated that victory. I'm not alone right here, of course. This is quite an unusual moment because I'm with one of Nigeria's finest, and he's none other but Nairobi, Mombasa, Marrakesh. How you doing, brother?
I'm very well, Mark. Well, Mark, it was a fantastic, I would say, fantastic performance by Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Because at a point, when the game was 2-2, why I give it to them, why I say fantastic performance is because at 2-2, they were already losing the grip of the game.
True.
But coming back, and the kudos was given to Mohamed Kudus.
Yes.
Yeah, Mohamed Kudus is actually 28, was born in year 2000. Yeah. And that 2000, guess what, Mark? Year 2000, Kudus was 2 years old when Nigeria played against South Korea. When Yakubu Ayebini missed that ball. So it's not that he didn't watch the game. So
absolutely.
It's like what we were able to do. Ghanaians are doing it now.
Absolutely.
Ghanaians are about 32 million Nigerian, 32 million people. Yeah. And we have about 200 million people.
Talking about Kudus, by the way, he becomes the first man to score a World Cup brace for Ghana.
Yes.
And of course, another guy scored a brace for South Korea. His name is Cho Gui-song. I hope I'm not going to break my jaw, pronouncing that name. Cho Gui-song becomes the first man to score a World Cup brace for South Korea, while Mohamed Kudus becomes the first man to score a World Cup brace for Ghana. But I noticed something about Ghana today, and I think we still saw it against Portugal. Yeah. You are actually not leading, and you celebrate your goal like it's the end of the world. Okay, so we saw it again today.
Okay, so Mark, Ghana lost by 3-goal margin against Portugal. They won by 2-goal margin. For the same score line that they lost to Portugal. So I think it's something. World Cup is not something that you can play down on. Anybody that scored goal. Okay, so look at the goal Bukhari scored. Yeah. When Portugal was already 3-1, he scored that goal. It wasn't an equalizing goal, but he ran all the way and celebrated like Cristiano Ronaldo. That's to tell you how important a goal is to a player in World Cup.
See, so a goal is important, but when your team needs to win a game, there's a way you celebrate a goal, wrap it up. Guys, let's get back to it.
Okay, so Mark,
this is business.
See, at what point in time do you say a game is finished? It was at the final whistle. So even if it is
but Ghana almost lost today.
They almost lost the game. But you have to give it to them because at the end of the day, they won the game. The first game, I didn't give them a chance in the first game against Portugal, and I predicted they were going to lose, and definitely they lost the game. People can actually argue that there was a bias to Cristiano Ronaldo. There was the penalty given to them.
There was a bias. I would say that.
But I expected them to have lost the game, and they did. So this particular one now, I never expected them to lose this kind of game because knowing fully well that their last game is going to be against Uruguay, and don't forget that that bite, what happened to them in 2010 is still there, and the same man says Luis Suarez is going to still be there again too. So if they have lost today's game, I guess it would have been over. It would have been over for them.
Absolutely. Now, talking about being over, let's look at the South Korean team a bit. I can tell you for a fact that Song Heung-min has really proven that he is a warrior. This man is playing with yes, he's a leader actually. He had an injury from the Premier League and coming into the World Cup. Antonio Conte might not be the most happiest coach right now because he doesn't feel the man was right to play at this point in time because that injury, from report, it has not really healed. He's still playing with a bit of some kind of pain.
So Mark, what you have to understand is that just Park that played for them before, he was a star man then when they were playing World Cup. So this time around, you can't take it away from Song Heung-min. He is the star man.
Agreed. I know. I'm not taking
anything to ensure that he goes to the World Cup and perform to optimal level is what the whole country, not even the coach. The performance of the whole team is rested on his shoulder. Even though that they are almost like eliminated. Yes, because the way it is now, they have a little chance of qualifying.
I don't think they have little chance. I think
they have little chance.
With what I saw South Korea do against Ghana today, I think they're going to do a good job against Portugal. If care is not taken, they might even shock Portugal.
Okay, so I believe that this year's
because it's going down to the wire.
Mark, this year's World Cup has shown that it's not all the time that lion is expected to eat and feast on a goat.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this World Cup has actually shown that it can be anybody's game.
True.
We have seen some upset, and I've seen underdog doing it against the bigger team. So if you say South Korea have chance against Portugal, I will not doubt that. I will not say no, because nobody gave Japan chance against Germany. So it is what it is with this year's World Cup, and I'm beginning to like it because it throws open the fact that nobody can actually easily predict games, and people that are cashing out are the ones that are predicting games.
We're talking about predictions. My prediction was really wrong today. I gave South Korea 2.
Nobody has ever predicted right.
I said nobody's predicted right here.
Yeah,
but I almost did, but it just didn't work out.
Nearly can never kill
the Japan, Germany. I almost did. I said 2-1. I said 2-2, and they won, and they had the 2-1 scoreline. Japan, yeah. So don't say nobody has predicted. I am the only one who has come close to it.
Okay, so if you say that, then that means I predicted right too against Portugal. I said Portugal was going to win. They were going to win.
They were going to win. You didn't give an exact scoreline.
So you didn't give the right.
No. You can't use that to judge. It's not
all of us now. The way it is, all of us, nobody has predicted it.
Not at all. And of course, while we're still cruising on, I must confess that Ghana has really put up a performance for themselves. They have actually shown that they have, the tenacity to go forward. But I see a feisty game against Uruguay, because that is going to be a win or die or lose or mar. I really don't know how they're going to play that game, but I know Uruguay also is not going to be an easy nut to crack. And of course, we're going to be looking at Uruguay. Portugal will be playing. That's another game I see that will not really be in the favor of Portugal.
Mark, before we go into the Uruguay-Portugal game,
we're not even going to that game. I'm just giving you, a reflection of what will be happening afterwards. Because in that group right now, I think is a bit slim for South Korea. They have just 1 point. Ghana has got 3 points. They lost their first game. Portugal has 3 points, and they are going to play against Uruguay, who has just 1 point. Okay, so the group is still very much open.
Okay, so do you know why I'm worried for Ghana going into Uruguay final game?
Yeah,
I'm worried for Ghana because Ghana has conceded 4 goals in 2 games.
True.
And that's to tell you that their defense line is
porous.
It's actually porous. And they have to work on it. If there's anything that Otto Addo is going to do with Chris Hughes, what they're going to do is to ensure that that back line is cemented.
True.
And from the midfield point of view, I give it to Thomas Partey. He has brought up some level of solidity in that midfield.
True.
But the back line is actually porous. If you come against Suarez, who actually is a dead ball guy, he's going to put salt to their injury, because the way Suarez plays, he always like to stay between that offline position and sneak in.
True.
And this particular tournament, offside does not count so much in this particular game. I think what they're doing, particularly people that are manning the VAR, is not about offside. I think about injury and something like that. So I am worried for Ghana. Conceding 4 goals in 2 games is not good enough for them.
All right, well, as much as you're going to be worried for them, I am not worried for this men, because they're already going to eat their 1K now after this particular game. They're going to enjoy their delicacy. So, you cannot even start talking about that right now. Let's quickly give you some stats quickly. Mohamed Kudus, first half by numbers versus South Korea. 13 passes attempted, 12 passes completed, 5 possessions won, 3 duels won, 2 fouls won, 2 crosses, 1 shot, 1 goal. Baller alert. You must give it to that man.
You know the first thing I've seen today, they say Mohamed Kudus for Ballon d'Or. So that you
who are the people pushing that propaganda?
People are saying for the fact that he scored 2 goals. Say, what can a goat do again if not to score 2 goals?
No.
Mind you, Messi has scored 2 goals in this World Cup, and he's goat. So Mohamed Kudus scoring 2 goals too. Supposed to be likened to a goat too. So, but Mark, I don't know why Ghana should not declare public holiday tomorrow. I don't know why.
Well,
I don't know why they shouldn't.
That would be a bit too early. Well, South Korea have actually attempted over 16 shots at the 2022 World Cup. 16 shots at the 2022 World Cup. And of course, we must tell you also that what we saw today, we saw a very resilient South Korean side. As you said, I'm really worried for Ghana.
Definitely, you have to be worried for Ghana.
They cave under pressure easily, and it's always very terrible to think about the way things go out for them. And I feel bad that they have this kind of composure in front of opponents. It's quite sad, though.
Okay, so the worry shouldn't be only for Ghana, and it should be for all African teams playing in this World Cup.
They lose concentration easily, right?
So easily, because at a point you think they have naked in the ball. Okay, look at Cameroon game.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that? We understand the fact that the keeper who is one of their stuntmen, Onana, he had issue with the coach, yes, resulting to him leaving the camp. But some of them, if you are leading a game, even though Cameroon they were losing 3-1 at a point, they came to 3-3. But if you are conceding 3 goals, imagine that kind of thing. So,
what kind of a problem would Onana be having that he will make him leave the camp?
Okay, so the report had it that the coach told him, Ribogoto Song, who was actually a very fantastic player in his time, that he said, okay, that he does not like the idea of him using his feet. And this is what the guy has been doing. Don't forget that Andres Onana grew up from the Barcelona Academy, and you know what they do there in Barcelona Academy, they're tiki-taka ball. So they pass with their feet, they go with their leg. And from there, he left to Ajax, where he blown into the world stage, and everybody noticed him. And the Ajax too, their pattern of play is also tiki-taka.
But what is wrong in the coach telling you, I don't want this pattern? Okay. And because of the fact that you are in an African, you're with an African team going to the World Cup, this is your coach telling you this is what he likes.
Okay, so Mark,
are you not a professional? Are you not supposed to succumb to the coach's tactics?
Okay, so sometimes some coaches are wrong. Don't forget that the guy has played under Erin Ten Hag. He has played under
Nairobi Mombasa.
No, he has played.
I don't expect that response from you. Rigobert Song's game, the way he molded his game, I want to believe he does not. His passing game will not match his tactics.
Mark, okay, so let me give you something. Let me tell you something. This is a man who actually made sure that Cameroon qualified for the World Cup. His performances are there. You can always go back and look at them. And then what Andres Onana complained about, he said that he saw hands of Eto'o in what Song told him. That is their coach told him that he's actually using his feet so much. How can you be telling a keeper who is not conceding goals anyhow that he's using his feet too much, that this is what you want him to play? He now said, okay, looking at what happened, that he knew that Eto'o has not removed his hand. Eto'o decided who come into the frame, who is selected. Eto'o decided practically everything. You are an FA president, for God's sake. Just step out and allow the guy to do the job. You appointed the coach, yes, no doubt about that. So you should allow him to have some.
If that's the case, then they're very wrong, because transparency is supposed to be allowed, and the coach is supposed to be given a free hand to work with.
Okay, so this is the complaint we'll be having with Amaju Pinnick when he was the president of NFF. We are saying
interferences from the top, selections and all of that.
And don't forget that even actually the FIFA president actually said it, that some national teams are run by their FAs, and it is not so good. Give a coach a free level playing ground, let him select his players, let him play them. So I am concerned with what African players, African coaches, well, actually 4 or 5 of them are all indigenous coaches that went to the World Cup. So I'm concerned the way and manner they are going to be the result at the end of the day, because that is what's the most important thing.
All right, talking about result as of today, we want to say congratulations to the African team still at the World Cup. Morocco pulled up a fantastic game against Belgium.
Definitely.
At the moment, they actually played a very fantastic game, and they have recorded their name in history with the team that gave one of the best teams in the world a run. Ghana has also done it again today by defeating South Korea 3-2. And of course, Cameroon pulled up a very fantastic game from a 3-1 down, and they came back 2 goals and leveled that game 3-3. And that's to tell you that African countries are not willing to cave in. And I'm really happy with the fact that the development in Africa is beginning to show forth with their resilience at the World Cup. Now it's looking like teams are no longer afraid of countries. It's 11-11 on the pitch. Let's go at each other. Let's do what we have to do, and let's pull it off. At the end of the day, whatever happens, happens. And I think I like the fact that African countries are becoming more resilient to do what they ought to do to give themselves a good account at tournaments like this.
So Mark, after 3 games from the start, the African team was able to score goals until Ghana played Portugal. They scored 2 goals and they even lost the game. But I think African team, not only African team, like you did say, so many teams today are not afraid of any big names again. Big names don't play the football anymore. In South Africa 2010, it was always the big team doing the runs and getting the result. But this time around, the underdogs are even doing better than the big team that we're seeing. So you can imagine that Germany after 2 games had only 1 point. You can imagine that kind of Germany who are big names in football. So it's not about name anymore. I want to see how underdog is going to win this, even though I am rooting for Germany, but France.
No. I'm rooting for Argentina. Don't go there. I'm rooting for
I'm rooting for Germany. I have the liberty to root for whoever I want to root for.
All right, thank you very much. That's much we can take on the live right here, of course, with the previews, and whatever happens, just stay tuned for more updates as we give you the very best. And this is the FIFA World Cup Fan Special live right there on your view. Stay tuned. Mombasa, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, of course. Always a pleasure.
You.
Fantastic. Yes, we'll do it again. Peace.